Hello, this is Phil Pritchett from Catapult Systems. Today we're going to walk through running the OSBuilder script. Initially, you're going to want to copy the needed files to run the script to your local system. I've created a tools folder on the root of my C drive and an OSBuilder folder inside of that. Within my OSBuilder folder, I have my Microsoft ISO of Windows 10 Business Edition. This is the multi-edition DVD with Business, Pro, Pro N, Enterprise, Enterprise N, and so on. I also have my Run-OSBuilder PowerShell Script, and I have the downloaded installation files for the Windows ADK, version 1803. To make sure that we can run scripts, what we're going to do first is we are going to make sure the PowerShell execution policy is set to bypass. And how we do that is we ask Cortana here for PowerShell. We'll right-click, Run as Administrator. Click Yes on the USE prompt if you have that turned on. And we're going to type set hyphen execution policy, or we can type part of the word, press the tab key, space, hyphen execution policy, and then we can hit the space bar and press the tab key until we see bypass, another space, followed by hyphen force. This forces it to do it without asking us to approve one or all. We'll press enter, and it's set. To ensure that it's set the way we wanted, we type get execution policy, press enter, and we should see bypass. We're ready to go. Let's change directories to our where our script is located in the tools scripts folder. Or OSBuilder, I'm sorry. We'll clear our screen. We'll hit dot backslash. That'll bring up and hit the tab key. That'll bring up the name of our script, space, hyphen, and we'll press tab. If you read the README that's on the GitHub page for the script, it will walk through what the different options are for the script. So we have customize FX, enable NetFX, which is enables NetFX 3 on the image. We have the build version. This is the Microsoft build version, 1511, 1609, 1709, 1803, and so on. We have the OS architecture. This is the architecture for the operating system. Image from Microsoft, it's either AMD 60, so 64-bit, so x64, x86, or ARM. Site code, this is the site code for your SCCM site server. Image build name, whatever you want to name it, Win10, x64, ENT, etc. And save new ISO. This is a switch that we're going to use to save our new ISO that we create that's patched and ready to go. So let's go back and choose the ones that we want. So we're going to do a customize FX. We're going to tell it it's build version 1803. We're going to specify our OS architecture as x64. We're going to tell it our site code is lab. And it should be what your 3-character site code is in Configuration Manager should you choose to do that. You don't have to choose the site code if you don't have Configuration Manager. That is perfectly fine. And we're going to tell it to save the new ISO. After we've done that, we're going to press enter. It's going to ask us, hey, where's the ISO located? So we're going to browse to it, select it, and click open. Next, it's going to mount the ISO and it's going to make sure that it has all the bits and pieces it needs to run the Run-OSBuilder PowerShell module. The PowerShell module was written and created by David Segura. He is on Twitter at SeguraOSD, or you can go to www.osdeploy.com to find out more about that PowerShell module. Here it's asking us to update the package management provider. We're going to tell this yes. It's going to go out to the repository, update the provider, and then it's going to go out and find and install the Run-OSBuilder PowerShell module. Once it's done that, it's going to verify if ADK was installed. If it's not, it's going to prompt us for that ADK setup. So we'll browse to our setup. Select the ADK setup.exe, click open, and it will install the ADK in the background. I'm going to pause the recording until the ADK is installed. We'll resume as soon as that's completed and the script has moved on. Okay, so the ADK is now installed. It's asking us to browse for the working folder. This is the folder where it's going to perform all of the actions to update and create our new ISO image. So we'll click on, in my case, the C drive. We'll click the new folder button and we'll tell it lab build. Click on the folder, click OK. It will create the directories and begin to download the updates. We're going to pause again until it starts to mount the image and begin importing the media from the ISO. Oh, there it goes. So what it's going to do now is it's going to import the ISO. It's going to select the Windows Enterprise index. In my case, it'll be index 3. Then it will apply the servicing updates required for it based on the OS architecture and the build version that we selected in our command line. This process can take a couple of hours to complete. So once it's complete, we'll resume the video and we'll go through the remainder of the process. Just wanted to make a note here. You can see down here at the bottom of the screen, it's actually importing index 3. That's the Windows 10 Enterprise to our source folders. Okay, so the image has been imported. It is updated. And now we're going to build our version of it with all of the update packages included. What we've got to select here is the source media to use for the OS build task. 376, if you go back through the screen output, you'll see that this is the image name, the 376 in my case. So I'm going to select that and click OK. Next, it's going to ask us to select the AppX provision packages to remove from our version of Windows 10. In my case, I'm going to select all of them. I'll just click on one of them, do a Control A to select them all. Click OK. Then there are Windows packages that we can remove. If you're not going to remove any of these, you don't just click Cancel. You'll see also here at the bottom that these are the servicing updates that have been added. I'm just going to click Cancel here because I'm not going to remove any of them. Then we can remove Windows capabilities. Select the one that you want, click OK. If you want to leave them all there, click Cancel. I'm going to click Cancel. This is the Disable Windows optional features. In most cases, things like fax. And if we scroll down, SMB Direct, so we'll press the Control key, select SMB Direct, and Work Folders. We'll press the Control key and click on Work Folders. Then we'll click OK. And here we can enable optional features. I like to have the Telnet client on there so that I can test ports and things like that. So I'm going to scroll down and select the Telnet client and click OK. Then it's going to go through and create the customization job, and it's going to prompt us to choose the job that we want when we build our OS. In our case, the way this script works, there's only one job, so we'll click it, click OK, and it'll go through building. I'm going to pause the video now until the build is complete, and then we will resume. Okay, it looks like the build is done. Now we're going to save the ISO. The screen that we have presented to us is asking us to choose which build or media to create the ISO from. Let's choose the first one here. It says Parent OS Builds. That's the one we want to create the ISO from. That's got all of our updates, the items removed, items enabled, things like that in it. And we'll click OK. Once this completes, the script will prompt us to save our CD to an alternate location from what the default is. Incidentally, the default location is listed right here, the path. My script has added a dialog that will copy it to the path of our choice, including a UNC path. In the case of configuration manager servers, you can copy it to your source library share. And here's where we can browse to our source library share and save the file. The default name has the version is the month, day, hour, and minute. In our case, 1343 would be 1:43 p.m. So we're going to save to our server. OSD. And here I don't see an ISO folder, so I'm going to create a folder. And click Save. At the bottom, it shows the path to where we saved our ISO. And that's the full script run. If you have any questions, post a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.